Welcome, Gemini, to your Astro Dice reading for October. I hope your friends are doing great out there. If your friends like this, please like and subscribe. Welcome back, everyone. Those of you who are new, this is where I take astrology with tarot and make a small horoscope for the month. Okay, guys, let's see what's going on. Using only one of the 12 houses. So let's see what house we got going on for you. What are we going to be talking about? Okay. Best message. I got some Venus energy coming out in the 11th house. Ooh, with some Virgo energy. Venus talking about that love, love, love. The part of you that desires beauty, success, indulgence, and valuables. Empress energy with that Virgo energy. The energy around you is dutiful, hesitant, humble, with a discriminating, diligent, and painstaking air. Straight into the 11th house. I love the 11th house. This is where cosmic grants wishes, luck, friends, and social occasions. Loving that. So, it's very motivating. Let's see. See what's going on for you guys. Going straight to the beginning of the month, middle of the month, and the end of the month. Using the thought cards over here. So, message, please. Beautiful Gemini. We have dancing with the universe, literally. It definitely feels like this. She's definitely dancing in this portal over here. Getting ready to make this huge cycle change when it comes to the 11th house, when it comes to where your love is underneath your Venus, feeling like, you know what, everything is kind of feels almost like serendipity in a lot of ways. So you might even feel like you have this kind of a serendipity going on at this time, feeling a little euphoric as you're feeling this change come, feeling more beautiful, feeling, you know, like you more romantic creeping up into your life, as well as you are feeling the victory with the Six of Wands. So there is this place where you do feel more victorious. You might even feel it in your community. You're being seen more if you're doing something out in the community. Your creativity level is really booming and feeling more positive at this time of the month. Could be traveling alongside, you know, your partner at this time, feeling like you are definitely connected, right? Fabulous time for dating. Okay, so in the 11th house, you have the Seven of Swords over here. So, well, that's okay though. I feel like with the Seven of Swords, it just feels like, you might feel like somebody is trying to win at all costs. Maybe somebody is trying to get your attention, right? There would, I don't know, there feels like some kind of unstable effort is going on around you, where it feels like someone is untrustworthy, feeling a little exhausted. I don't know. It just feels like, you know, really what it feels like is they're just really trying to get your attention. You have somebody around you who really wants your attention, but it just feels like you're kind of doing your own thing. And like I said, it just feels like they're trying to win at all costs. You know, look at me, look at me. And you're just kind of doing your own thing over here. Or you got this other person that you're paying so much attention to, but they want a piece of that pie as well. A piece of that love, that piece of that heart, a piece of that, you know, Gemini energy, however it is. I just feel like that's exactly what's going on. They want that that luck with you. It has something, and it is. It's the social occasions, right? Because the 11th house is where the cosmos grants wishes, luck, friends, and social. And I'm telling you, they're coming at you, and they want you to, you know. And I don't feel like you want to connect with them. Why, you know? I just don't feel like with them, you know. No, underneath the seven is they've given you too much of disappointment. You've withdrawn from them. They know that you've withdrawn from them. I think it's driving them crazy at the beginning of the month. And intuitively, they know that, you know what, you were disappointed with him. Could be, excuse excuse me, a Pisces. Yeah, there was too much frustration when it came to texting, messages. They see you holding off, they see you delaying, they see you not doing so, and it causes them stress. But it does feel like you're opening your heart to new inspiration, to new people, new ideas. You have some kind of wish that might be being granted, something that's, yeah, transforming you, changing you, liberating you from this other situation. So whatever is going on around you, you just feel like you're liberated from that situation and you feel very free. You can feel the universe is on your side. Six of Wands with the Six of Wands, there it is. You have your own victory, your own progress, and you have a lot of self-confidence coming through. So whatever information you have, you could be dealing with a Leo or an Aquarius, and you feel like this is where your calling is supposed to be. You feel like you're being recognized for what you need to be recognized from the community, from this other person, from the people around you. So yeah, it does feel like, and maybe if you're doing some kind of online, job, YouTube, something in the public, you can feel like you have the public's eye, right? Finally. Right, but it does feel like whoever's crushing on you over here, they're just being crushed. They're just being crushed. So they could say, I have a crush on you, Gemini, but you're crushing me. Yeah, but you're saying no, it's because I've had too many problems with you and I'm not going to deal with you anymore. It could be a work colleague, it could be a love, it could be any of the above, right? However it is. Take that how it is, you'll know who it is, right? As you're kind of I just feel like right now you're kind of rediscovering your dreams, going after your truth, right? And being very intuitive about where it is you really want this to really take off to, right? Because you're putting a lot of love into yourself and into this area or this person, this wish, whatever it is, right? So at the mid-month, yeah, I don't like that. And where you felt like there could have been delays in what it is you love, you're finding things coming back together for you, but you put in all the hard work, right? So in the mid-month, you have the Queen of Cups. Ten of Swords in reverse. Well, that's actually good, though. That means you're taking all those swords out of you. And Six of Swords in reverse. That's fine, though, right? That's okay, though, because that just means you're making a huge breakthrough. With the Ten of Cups, you do feel like you're making a huge breakthrough. You're saying nothing's going to affect me at this point right now, so everything's fine. Right? So that's okay with the Queen of Cups, right? You're saying that's fine. I'm containing myself. I'm containing my visions, my emotions. I know where I want to be. I know where I'm going to give my energy, and that's okay. And that's good, though. That's what you want to do. And intuitively, I know exactly what I'm doing. You have the imagination, right? You have the imagination. You have the passion. Very dreamy, but also very intuitive. So intuitively, you know where you can stand. You know what you can do. You know right now that your desires and your success, right, are coming to fruition. You can see them happening. And I feel like it's very impressionable as well, because the reason I feel it's impressionable is because others are seeing you do it, and it's kind of like, whoa, well, if Gemini can do that, I can do that too. I'm kind of setting the tone and setting the stage for someone around you who's watching you. And they're going, hold on a second. If you can make a comeback like that, if you can flip the page, if you can step into this over here and really start doing this, wow, that leaves room for, and hope for everybody else, right? What did you do during the time of the eclipse? What did you manifest? Is it working for you? Are you going to do that? You see what I'm saying? So you're going to have that helping you. Plus, around the 23rd, you're going to have Mercury and Mars that are teaming up to help you, right? And that'll help you get productive to finish out all the tasks for the, not only for this part of the month, but towards the end of the year. So it's going to ask you a lot of questions, What's been lingering around? What's on the to-do list? Am I going to do that? Do I have enough passion? And people are going to see you're getting passionate about that. That's why they're all going and flipping. Because you're going to say, yeah, no, I did. I did get passionate about that. Six of Swords, right? After the challenge. Is there success after the challenge? You're going to be asking yourself this. So you might even feel a little challenged. But the thing is, you're so intuitive about the situation. You're like, no, I'm battling this challenge. I'm faced the challenge. And I'm moving forward. Right? So you won't going to have to worry about that. Now, when it comes to this person over here, you might feel they're your challenge. They may feel a little, you may feel they're a little conceited about something. You may even be dealing with somebody who's conceited, or self-centered. Maybe that was the problem with this person over here. I don't want to deal with you anymore. You're a little self-centered, a little conceited. I don't have time. Right? So take that, how that resonates. If it doesn't resonate for you, you can throw it away. But this is just asking you, how are you going to do? What is the deep work? But you're honoring yourself for, yes, the transformation from the cycle change. This is where it's all transforming. This is where you're going to feel the cycle. It's, and you're saying, I'm going to let go of those things because I don't need them. Absolutely, Page of Swords. So you're curious in new ways and looking at new ideas over here and new ways of communicating things. But I think the things that you're communicating more than anything is how you're going to allow your social status to go. You're going to be, looking for things along the way. How are you carrying things? Are you looking at other responsibilities? How you're going to get through your daily life to get to where your goal is? Yeah. And then staying very optimistic. So it does feel like at the mid-month you do want to take this kind of blind faith. You will feel more spontaneous in this area because you're going to say, no, there is some things that I need to finish up. Whether it's taking care of this person and telling them, what, I'm done with that. I'm taking care of myself, or anything that was productive that you need to finish up, right? That you feel like, but I would actually like to finish this up before the year is over. And there could be new ideas and new contracts that you want to do. Things that are really going to grant your wishes over here. Luxury. Oh my gosh. Talking about that. Look at that. Now you have the Four of Cups coming in with the luxury. Well, here we go with the Star. So whatever you have done with the Lovers. Oh my gosh. Okay. It seems to be working. It's like it seems to be working. I think intuitively you knew it was already coming. Plain and simply. You're having the glow up over here within the Star card. You're saying within this hope and this faith, I did have the luxury. And I feel like I do have the luxury with this Lovers over here. And I'm very passionate about what it is I want and what I'm going to do. Or I'm very passionate about this person. And I want to enjoy my Halloween with the responsibilities that I have. So a lot of these things you do feel like you have a lot more focus. And you know what? The spiritual burdens of life seem to be kind of going away. Right? So you're saying, I'm not going to have that because my hope and faith is really strong right now as I am really taking on this new kind of venture and letting go of all this baggage and burden. See, there it is though, right here in the very beginning of the month, because it's kind of like I transitioned, I moved on. I know I need to leave this baggage behind. So it's almost like you're now listening to your intuition and saying, you know what, I don't want to carry more than I need to. I really just want to be the fool and only carry what is needed. So releasing baggage right at the beginning of the month, only carrying what is necessary, and now noticing, you know what, maybe I even have a little bit more than I actually wanted to carry. I want to even carry a little less. So it does feel like, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and let go of these things as well and focus on the things that really bring me the luxury, really bring in the love, right? Because I think now I'm holding on to even a little bit more than necessary. And that's really what it is. I just feel like you have all of this energy. And like I said, when that lunar eclipse comes in, I think that's where it's really going to say, I really want this luck to come through. So yeah, this is where you're really going to start making the investment and to feel like you're getting the payoff that you need for yourself. So you have a huge payout coming out for yourself in the 11th house. And this is really definitely about where you're granting your wishes and seeing your wishes coming fulfilled. You have this romantic charm. For some of you, you might even be falling in love underneath this solar eclipse, underneath these eclipses, right? Bringing in all this love, following your heart no matter what, and keeping the faith for where it is you want to follow your heart, what makes sense to you, what it is I want, knowing that things are going my way. With the Lovers, knowing that I have this love, making this choice about what it is that you truly want within the wealth, family, long-term success, and contributions. And it's crazy because you do have the Wheel of Fortune, so it's almost like now you've made your destiny. Now you know where you're going. Now your judgment call can really, really be made because now you stayed focused and you're going to take on the challenge. And now you're like, you know what? Now I know what the challenge really is. I understand the challenge even more. And I understand what I need to get rid of and what I didn't want to get rid of. And now the wheel is really in my favor and really opening up these doors for all these new possibilities. So it's almost like, yeah, there it is, the magic. So really feeling the magic this month, right? Of where it is the real possibility is going to lie. You could say, why wasn't some of the things that I wanted, coming to manifestation, but they're kind of like right at the edge, right? Why is it right at my edge of my seat? Why is it that it's not 100, right? But then it's almost like, okay, well, now we have to reevaluate. So it just feels like for me, Gemini, this month is really reevaluating what really you want and what you really persistent about and loving and being passionate about. Okay. And I'm actually going to give you guys an affirmation card on this one. I think, you're going to be, the only ones today, probably. Distinguish the importance of your inner spiritual work from your outer success. See, there it is right there. Spirit just said it. That is exactly it. What is it that you acquire? See, acquire gratitude for life itself. Because that's really what it is. It's like you have this person over here who's kind of gradually pushing you over here, or this job or this whatever it is, pushing you, right? Could even be thoughts. It might not even be a person, right? The energy could just be thought. But however it is, you're going to make yourself very clear on what it is that you truly, truly want. Okay? In the 11th house, right? Okay, guys. Until next time. Peace and love. Bye-bye.